freeze. Let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break down to molecules. Yo, let me get you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Baby girl, don't be confused. Sail by 17 and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unlimited fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then you I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head knob that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. No disrespect. But I got you all in check. You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the footmost squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be. Flip mode is the squid on. Busta Rhymes.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
70 Lions!
They'll stay on the ground. He'll work forward for a couple. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On second down, Dart hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Out of shotgun. It's Dart. That's hot. Inside. It's complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Oh, a loose football. One of the Patriots has it.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
He'll get this out to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Here's a run. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That is caught.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on 4th down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. Gonna go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he's not gonna get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
Well, clearly this coach wanted to come out aggressive early. They decide not to settle for the field goal by going for it on 4th and goal, and they are turned away. What a great stop early in this game by this defense.
Crazy.
Throwing right away, it's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. Now he gets free up the right sideline. The race is on. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 98 yards. Touchdown, New England. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down, at the very least give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's to midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. Now give on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Half the 60.
He'll go play action here with Dart. Left side in the hands of Neighbor. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
And
A
fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 25-yard
19
line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard
From the
line.
22 now, here's second down and 7.
60 Eagles, 60, 70, please.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third and 2, and it's Dark. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Throwing on first and 10 is May. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback and mark him down up beyond the 30. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
We are through one. The Patriots out on top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got it with second and 3 coming up.
Here goes.
They'll go play action with May. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Henderson now on first and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Throwing now is May. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are going to take possession.
May's pass. Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a giant first down.
48-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Tag! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And the Patriots will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, set.
To throw on first down is May. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Open man left side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 22 yards there. First down, New England.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
What's that? Hey, what's that?
Throw again is May. He'll go underneath to Henderson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He's got his man complete to death. gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same.
And it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to get the football back as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. That is Christian Barmore. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Got free, but as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage as Bass might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. To throw is May. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, so now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On the return, it's Tracy. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
30-yard line.
Hold it ready. Set. Cougar 19.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. That's to the right side and incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cowboy 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
18 Cardinal, 18, go.
Throwing. Dart. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down, all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
On the return is Jones. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take it all the way. Electric moment on the return for touchdown. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time the punt return unit able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They've talked all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds. And with that, time has run out on this first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Forced to his right. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll stick with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
The running back and the ball carrier taken down at his own
The
70-yard
Giants
line.
sending out their punter,
Bryce Behringer
as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
41-yard line.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 33, here's second down and 2.
33-yard line.
From out of the gun, here's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, New England.
And the Patriot first down.
On the toss, they'll run. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
20-yard line.
May to throw on second down. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal, New England.
Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's May. This is hot. Toward the side of the end zone. Take down. Touchdown, New England. That his second TD catch of the season. Extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Pats will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
46-yard line.
On first down, Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. To complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Out of the shotgun. It's done. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Here in the second half, you find yourself trailing late. Every single possession is critical. You can't waste any of them. But now, after that third down sack, you got to imagine a punt is coming. The likelihood of a comeback just continues to go down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Stevenson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
So it's third down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Next to score, Patriots 21, Giants 7.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. Flush to his right. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here's May. And that is incomplete. Contact occurs just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. Good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
On the set. Here we go. 60 East.
Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
The throw is Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long.
After 60, after 60.
Here's Dart. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
On 2nd down, it's May. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. Dell, the motion man. On 3rd and 2, it's May. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Abdul Carter. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big
loss. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. They'll try to set up the screen here. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 23, here's 2nd and 7.
The 23-yard line.
They try the right side this time. Finding room at the 35. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. 1st down, Giants.
39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. 17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And the Giants 1st down.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A run straight ahead, that's Scatterwood. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. 3rd down, they need 5. On the play fake, here's Dart. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack. but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Here's a give. Running right, it's Stevenson. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards...
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. That is first touchdown of the new year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point is good, and Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 47.
No give on the ground. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On play action, it is Dart. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Ready? 6 packing,
Here's Scalaboo. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
Brian Cook on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up
Once again, it's Scalaboo. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and short. Here's Dart. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
They'll go, and here's Dart. That's taken in. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Dell, the motion man. Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Patriots ready for the punt. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To the ground. He'll get it again. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2. But looks like this one's going to be coming back. We'll go play action here with Dart. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
This is a really well-executed comeback route. What they're teaching the receiver, out of the break point, you want to work both downhill back to the quarterback, but also towards the sideline, and that's exactly where the ball brought him. Great job keeping his feet in bounds to secure the catch.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a road win